Sometimes these are the most difficult shirts to make, and then sometimes they are the most rewarding because you get to help celebrate somebody's life. So the first one I'm going to show you is my uncle who passed in 2020. I feel like I'm still going through it. And when you're going through it, it just feels like nothing you do um is the same ever again. So I totally understand the person who's requesting how to do these. I get you. So gonna select a picture. I know that all of his pictures are everywhere in my phone, but if you notice here, there's just multiple ones that you can select once you upload them, and you can make specific ones for specific people, or you can do one for everybody. So this is just two pictures that I happen to make on t-shirts. And the nice thing about Cricut is that you can make the picture on here. You can upload it. You just upload and then make sure that you have it cut the way you want it, and then Cricut will print it, and then it'll cut it. But you can also do just plain vinyl, and this is what I've done in the past for certain people that I have requested. Just put some wings on there, some names, and then, cut it, weed all of it, and then put it on shirts. But with the pictures, you can do a combination. You can do the picture and the wording, whether it's his name, her name, and dates, Bible verses, whatever it is that you want to put on here. And so you can get as creative as you want with any text. I'm just using the free tools and free text, but if you have any other text downloaded, you will be able to do this too. Once it's here, you can also curve it, really make it the way you want it. Now, I will advise you, as you're going through it and as things are happening quickly, life will become a blur for those first few days and couple days after. So do yourself a favor and do it as easy as possible, still honoring this person. In other words, if it's a very hard text to read, maybe you want to choose another text, because remember, you're the one doing them, so it might take a while depending on the amount of shirts you're making. Now, the other thing is, a year ago in June, I discovered DTF, which is direct to film, and you can also do the same thing and have DTF printed depending on the time that you have available to make these. The reason I suggest DTF also is because here in Cricut, you are limited on sizing, and you'll see on my next little clip. But if you have maybe bigger sizes like 2XL, 3XL, even 4XL sometimes, that I get requested, these pictures would look so small on those shirts. But it's really up to you. You can also combine the size of the shirt, of the picture, to the shirt by the text, like make the text bigger or anything like that. If you're working with vinyl, for example, the wings, even though you have the wings uploaded here, you don't have to worry. You can also contour them and, stretch them out, place them separately or differently. They don't have to stay exactly like this. You can always work with these tools. And I know I'm not giving you full detail on how to do it. I just want to show you which one. Once you figure out what you're going to do, I can definitely walk you through it. But if you have other questions as you're watching my videos, please let me know, and I can make a follow-up video to it. But if you notice here, now that you contour your wings, you can stretch them out further, put words in between, which I have done before, with other requests, put, maybe Bible verse in between or anything like that. The other thing, going back to DTF, like I mentioned, if you have the time, DTF Houston, that's my girl. She can get your orders out quick. You can look at her website, and she will actually show you there when it will be shipped. If you're in the Houston area, when you can pick up. It really helps to make bigger images, also quick prints, so that you don't have to sit there by the printer having each of them cut. But if you do have a printer and you need something to print on that will transfer nicely onto your shirts, this is who I use. It's a Vivo wholesale, and I clicked on the wrong thing, so let me go back. But transfer papers is what I use, and I use dark transfer paper because of the fact that if you have a dark shirt or light shirt, it works good. If you were to use the light one on a dark shirt, it won't look well. So this I use with my regular printer, my inkjet printer. I have the image print there, and then I can just peel it off and stick it straight to the shirt. In this next video, I'm going to show you, I did that with a friend's shirt. I printed it out in Cricut. It will give you a much smaller limitation. If you print straight from pictures, which I did, I was able to move it to 8 by 10 sheet of paper. It printed on my inkjet printer, and once I printed it, I just sliced it with a cutter. You could cut it with your hands, but my cutting skills are no better than the kindergartners, so I used a slice cutter. Cricut would cut it for you if you were to use those borders. So here you'll see it prints. Once it's printed, I take the little pieces of white off and then I peel it off. So I usually have to like slip like a really thin needle underneath or anything like just messing with the corner until it peels off. That's how you can get this image right onto your shirt. Once you have it on the shirt, I have a heat press. I started with an iron 8 years ago. It works. It's just not going to hold as good, but do with what you have. I know it's important to get these out, but if you notice here, I pull it, peel it off, and then you can transfer it straight to the shirt. I like to use my leftover carrier sheet from vinyl to hold it in place. There's also heat tape. Either one works. I'm just cheap sometimes, so that worked for me. Once you have the picture there where you want it, you can make sure that it stays in the same area that you're going to press it. This one was just the picture, but if you're doing picture and wording, you can do the picture first, then the wording around it, or the wording, but with the picture in the middle to make sure that you have the size that you need for it. I press everything at 350 for 15 to 20 seconds, and then I peel off that top and then press it again for another 20 seconds. If you notice, you'll be able to tell that the picture is nicely set when your image, like the picture paper, has the little grooves, or like the fabric grooves from your shirt. So these are just different options. Again, DTF is an option. You get a big sheet, a gang sheet, and you'll be able to just cut and then press it straight onto your shirts.